All right, guys, from the Smith Hole, what the hell everything for Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. Fun stuff on the show today, including something that we decided not to air. So that's going to come up on the podcast because save that one for the podcast.
Sometimes you have a great idea, and you're like, well, it's good, but this version of it might be dumb. And then
we'll
get
Should
there.
we say what it is?
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll
It's coming
get
up
there.
later.
Yeah.
Also, we talked to Tom Gilson, the GM and to-be owner of Charlevoix Cinema 3.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to raise funds to save Charlevoix Cinema 3, so we talked to him, play that interview in full. First, though, this was a fantastic wake and break, which has to do with a cat knocking somebody the F out. A cat knocking you out.
It was scary.
Smitty in the morning, Northern Michigan's classic Rock the Bear, 98.1 and 95.3 in the Straits area with your 8 o'clock wake and break. And that comes out of China. Oh, man, I was going to bring this up. I got to bring up this video, Tim, so you can watch a guy getting knocked out by a cat.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a real thing. It was in China. Guy's walking with his dog on the sidewalk, and from somewhere overhead, I don't know how many floors up, a cat fell from an upper floor. Knocked this guy out cold.
It wasn't like a big wildcat.
No, it's a tiny cat. Here we go. Okay. All right. Enough rigmarole here. Here we go. He's walking with his dog. He's on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden, ow!
And the cat was fine.
Cat was fine. Cat was fine. Totally knocked this guy unconscious. He was in the hospital for 27 days with, like, neck injuries.
Oh, my gosh. The cat's just like, hey, how do I get back up to my apartment?
The dog ends up, and by the way, this dog is wearing shoes.
That's what
Nowhere in this story is that mentioned.
Why is the dog wearing
The dog
shoes?
tries to get a little bit of revenge right here on the cat, and the cat's like, get the F out of here.
The dog is mad at the cat for knocking out his owner.
Yeah. And then everybody in this video is just watching this guy. Nobody's calling for a paramedic. Nobody's checking to see if he's okay. They're just watching him.
He's just lying on the ground. Oh, and that cat hit him at maximum velocity.
Oh, man.
Just pow.
Whatever terminal velocity for a cat is, he hit it.
Yeah.
That guy got knocked unconscious. Look at that. One more time. One more time.
And boom.
Ow! If anybody wants that link, shoot us a text on that Precision Collision text line. We will send you that video because it is worth watching.
By the way, the dog wearing shoes because it gets very hot where they're at there, and it's to protect their paws on the pavement.
Oh, now I know.
Now you know.
Now I know. That's your wake and break. Now you feel normal. That's why I have you on the show, dude.
Dog shoes.
That's why I have you on the show.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, now you know, right? Like,
which, by the way, how much has that got to suck? To just admit that I was just walking down the street and a cat fell on me.
what happened? A cat fell from some distance, and I'm never.
And then
gonna...
I laid there, and people just walked by me
looked at me.
and looked at me.
What's the matter with that guy?
I didn't even notice in the video when we were watching it that whoever was filming it, just sitting there pointing. I didn't even listen to the audio from the thing. I don't even know what the hell he was pointing.
It was almost like, but it wasn't.
We did talk
Crazy.
to Tom Gilson from Charlevoix Cinema 3. Really cool guy, and we're trying to raise funds for Charlevoix Cinema 3.
That's true. And at no point, and here's the thing that blew my mind, after the fact, I went, we didn't even ask him what his favorite movie is. He's a movie theater guy, but
Oh, man.
he had all kinds of great movie theater stuff to tell us. So
That was a lost opportunity.
we'll talk to him again,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Let's talk to him right now.
Yeah.
Smitty in the morning, Northern Michigan's classic Rock the Bear, 98.1 and 95.3 in the Straits area. Tim, I'm on record as saying one of the best theaters in Northern Michigan is Charlevoix Cinema 3.
Yeah.
And they're going through some struggles right now. I actually got Tom Gilson, who is, I guess, the GM and soon-to-be owner from Charlevoix Cinema 3. Is that basically the way that is, Tom?
That's the way we're putting it at the moment, yes.
Yeah. How's your day going today, man?
So far, so good. Got a lot of plans going on today. Obviously talking with you guys here this morning, and I do have a meeting with the Charlevoix Courier this morning, for the Petoskey News Review.
Okay.
Wow.
And then also, I got some other things planned on later on today, like a private showing later on tonight at the theater. So got lots of things going on.
All right. So let's talk about the theater a little bit. You had planned initially on buying it next year. Am I right? Am I correct in saying that?
Right. Luther and Mary Kurtz, when they offered me the position and sat down for an interview, late last year, they offered me the position that started in November, but the intention was to purchase the cinema within a 2-year period or by next November of 2021.
Okay, and I think everybody knows where this is going. I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but we're in the middle of a pandemic, and to say that, there's a plethora of movies and the theaters are thriving would be incorrect. So obviously you got a lot of challenges right now.
We do, playing the older repertoire films, as the industry calls it, the older films. We've played, Wizard of Oz, Ferris Bueller, Jurassic Park, some of the classics that people may not have seen on the big screen, these days since they're, good, 20, 25, maybe even 30 years or older currently. But we do have some good news on the horizon starting this week, though. We do get a real true first run brand new movie, Unhinged with Russell Crowe. So we're excited about that.
Nice. So you got a GoFundMe page going right now. What are you looking to raise, and when are you looking to raise it by? Because we need to get that GoFundMe page visited frequently.
It is, and it was a last resort for us to be able to, go out to the community, into the general public to ask for money. But the biggest struggle is obviously we're not getting enough people in the seats, to run the theater organically. And that was the hardest thing to do. But also it's a point of contention within the community because, this is the kind of thing that people would rally around. Theaters like ours in small communities such as Charlevoix, one of the things that was brought up by our DDA director, Lindsay Dotson, at our Rotary meeting last week was theaters typically in small communities lift the other businesses in the surrounding area by about 10%. And that's huge. So a lot of the business owners that are surrounding us here in Charlevoix are kind of helping out, helping get the word out. We're getting it posted on all the social media sites, in and around Facebook, Twitter, and then some of the pages that are associated with us at the theater.
All right, and we're going to share those on the Bear page, the Smitty page. We're going to, I think, include this interview on the post-show podcast, What the Hell Everything. But, Tom, is there anything else you want to get out before we let you go? You need people to know? You want people to know?
Yes. The money that is being raised is obviously for the operational costs of the theater. There's a lot of big costs that are there, not only the normal, operating expenses such as utilities and general maintenance and repair, but there's also the film booking and the royalties, which is a huge part of our revenues that we are getting now. And with the lower attendance and only charging $5 for some of these older films, it's pretty difficult to make those ends meet.
Yeah.
So we're asking for $75,000, and that's just to carry us through Memorial Day. And if any money happens to be left over at the end of all that, we have that money set aside in a separate account.
Okay.
And we're going to give that right back into the community, whether it's free shows, free popcorn, something that may, people would really enjoy, getting back, as the intention isn't for us to keep it for any other reason other than those operational costs.
It's fantastic. I've seen movies there before. It's a great place to see movies. Luther and Mary obviously are great people. And Tom, it's my first time talking to you, but let's do our best to keep Charlevoix Cinema 3 rolling and see if we can get you to be the official owner next year.
All right. We plan on doing everything we can to try to keep it going and getting the word out and having everybody hear our story.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you having me on this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you. Take care. Care.
And in the description of the podcast video, we're going to post the GoFundMe link for Charlevoix Cinema 3. I can't thank Tom enough for coming on and talk to him off the air about some cool stuff we want to do. Hopefully we can work that out, just try to help him out a little bit. But
it's not cheap getting those movies on either. That's people like to complain about movie tickets and this and that, but honestly, it's the cost for them to get any of those first-run movies. It is a lot of money to have, let's just say, hypothetical, like last year, Avengers, they had to fork out a ton of cash to get the Avengers in their movie theater, and
Yeah.
then they had to make up the difference. So it hopefully it works out. I like that place.
Next, you have no idea what we're going to watch, what we're going to talk about.
I don't know which one's next now.
The pandemic is creating some superheroes and maybe some supervillains. Not Elon Musk.
He just thinks he's a villain.
All right, Tim. First of all, first story is about this dude who I don't know where he's from, but he made a cannon, a gun that shoots masks. Now you're seeing a GIF of it, and it's hilarious looking. Well, let's watch the video. Shooting masks onto people's faces.
Oh, no.
Pandemic is causing some serious supervillains.
Automatically, I think you better never throw
This is like a 10-minute video.
Better not shoot a mask on my face, dude. First of all, I'm already going to have one, but, I mean, come on.
Public safety, boom! Best of both worlds.
And here comes an ad.
Hey, you. Yes, you.
Chuck
I
Schumer.
need you to take our quick one-question survey
Skip.
before it closes at midnight tonight.
Line to make 4 barrels for a pneumatic
Dude,
launcher.
this guy
I'm using the thin stuff 'cause
is
I'm concerned about
basically
airflow. This guy here
a
is
super
very, very
villain.
Cool. This is a CO2
Superhero,
solenoid
something.
valve, 800
Doesn't even need a
PSI.
sledgehammer.
I use these to make a grappling hook swing set. For top of all of that, our barrel splits
Get
into
to
like
the
4
gun
different
shooting.
barrels, and they're all
I
at
think
right
he
angles
shows
to
you how
each
to
other,
build
which
it for
is
like
a big
10
no-no
minutes.
I don't
for
want to
pneumatic
see.
launchers.
Let's just look
So
at
I
the
wanted to do a
GIF
quick
file
dry
for
fire test
Christ's
just to eyeball
sakes.
to
You
see
can
if this
skip
thing
towards
has
the end
enough
and see what he
juice
does.
to- CO2 solenoid test. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God!
Let's get to the end.
And there's no way to even fire
Dude,
the
your
mask
gun
with only
sucks.
the
You're
projectile.
terrible. You're basically a terrible,
Gun sucks.
a terrible
It's
supervillain.
launching. It's just launching these masks at people.
Yeah.
But the caveat is they're launched, and the weight to make them move has these 4 weighted bullet type things on each strap. So when it hits the face, it and swings around, and there's no way that doesn't hurt like hell if it's weighted at all.
Oh no, it's just gonna smack you in the face
Right.
really hard.
Or the neck. Oh my God. I mean, it was a novel.
It was a great
Thought,
idea. It was
but-
kind of a fun idea.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm sure this is going to be better. All right, some jackaninny created a hand sanitizer web shooter. Hand sanitizer web shooter.
Shooter.
Hand sanitizer web shooter. Man, the pandemic.
Let's see.
It's from TikTok.
Got a lighter. Finagling.
What?
Wow. Okay, health department MacGyver.
Seriously.
I mean,
Dude,
I kind
it's
of
kind of rad.
I kind of want one.
It's kind of rad. That guy's so clean.
My phone. God. He might be a genius. I wonder what the refill on that is.
I don't
though.
know. It was like Dave Dyer last night coming in for the podcast. He's like, I don't want to touch nothing.
no.
Like, dude, I sanitized.
I cleaned it, I promise.
Oh, boy. All right. Finally. Man, sometimes we have good ideas. Sometimes we have bad ideas. I guess we should just start with the genesis of this idea is that we wanted to do a funny bit on the show
Yeah.
where we would do dramatic readings of pop songs, just pop songs that literally we would have no interest ever in listening to. But it was an idea we had bounced off previously for months, I want to say.
We had thought about this for a while.
Yeah.
And we're like, what would be the best dramatic read that you could do? And I'm like, why don't we take the #1 song in the country right now?
Yeah.
And that just happened to be Cardi B
WAP.
and Megan the Stallion. Not
Yeah.
the, she's Megan the
Oh, yeah.
Stallion. And it's WAP, which if you don't know, you don't know.
Now, here's the thing. We recorded this with the intent to play on the show. Caveat, we did not play this on the air. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
We did not play this on the show. We listened to it back and go, it's not a good idea.
Internet accusations never have been a good thing for this show.
And even while including this on the podcast, I will say it does have to be bleeped at least a little bit. At least some.
At least a little.
At least a little bit. But it is our dramatic reading. The running title on this bit is called Word for Word. whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. What make that pull-out game weak? Woo. Yeah. Yeah, you some with some wet pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet pussy. Beat it up, gentlemen. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I'll wear a disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream. Make me scream. Out in public. Make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring. Aye. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me, yeah. Quick, jump out before you get it inside of me, yeah. I tell him where to put it, never tell him where I'm about to be, huh? I'll run down on him for I have a gentleman running me, pow, pow, pow. Talk your shit, bite your lip, yeah. Ask for a car while you ride that He really ain't never with a thing, yeah. He already made his mind up before he came. Aye. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet. He bought a phone just for the pictures of this wet. Click, click, click. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet. Wah, wah, wah. Now make it rain if you want to see some wet. Yeah. Look, I need a hard hitter. Need a deep stroker. Need a Henny drinker, not a weed smoker. Not a garter snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it. Hope it's lean over. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. A1, just like his credit. He got a beard while I'm trying to wet it. I let him taste it, now he's diabetic. I don't want to spit, I want to gulp, I want to gag, I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. My head game is fire, Punani Dasani. It's going in dry, and it's coming out soggy. We're out of music, and there's so many more lyrics to this.
Enough.
It's been a long time since I've done anything on a radio show that made my hands sweat.
Oh, my God.
I don't think we can get away with doing any of that.
Probably not.
Oh.
They play it on the radio. Somebody plays it on the radio.
I don't know, man. All I know is...
It's all edited to pieces, but...
man, I don't... we need to talk about how we want to present this.
You got all hot and sweaty.
I'm all hot and sweaty right now.
I know.
I'm all hot and sweaty right now.
Oh, it's one of the funniest things, and sorry, Mom, but just now you get why we couldn't do it.
Oh, my God. I feel even on the fence about it on the podcast.
It's still...
I mean, I'm all right with it. But,
honestly,
things that didn't make the show.
On the internet, we could definitely go and have done it unedited, but, we don't want to freak out everybody we're associated with.
Honestly, there's no way I would have done that unedited.
Oh.
There's no way I would have done that unedited.
No.
A couple words I wasn't even going to say.
I know. Yeah, that's...
Anyway.
Just hearing some of those phrases, she said, something, now he's diabetic. It's
ridiculous. The whole song is stupid.
Yeah.
It's the whole song. I'm glad I haven't listened to it.
And it debuted at #1 on the Billboard
But it's
Top
not
100.
any different than I was a fan of Two Live Crew when I was a kid. I was a fan of that.
Yeah,
but what?
But think about it. When you were a kid and Two Live Crew came out, it wasn't like that was the #1 song across all music. That was kind of like...
It might as well have been. It's not like I didn't listen to the shit out of it.
Well, I mean, I know I knew it, and everybody seemed to know it, but it wasn't, like, popular in terms of, pop culture. It wasn't like online. There was no online, but there wasn't like MTV wasn't playing it and all that. I mean, the radio wasn't playing it. So it was sort of this underground thing where you had the cassette tape or the CD and went, yeah, man, 2 Live Crew. We'd listen to this when the parents
No,
aren't
it
around.
wasn't mainstream. It wasn't mainstream.
Where this thing is like the most streamed song in 1 week in history.
It's the look,
And that's insane to me.
2020. Porn's mainstream.
Yeah.
President and that's the number one. Like, I mean, what did I see? I saw a meme today that says everything that's happening right now, you deserve it for making Old Town Road the number one song. That too.
Last year.
You all deserve everything you get. What the hell, everything? What the hell, everything?